No, Chigs, it's not. It's not flu. Cause I, over time, I get this. I don't know what it is. It seems like, and I try to analyze myself whenever anything happens, and this has just been. I don't know if it's when my temperature changes or it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't articulate what it is. It's really bizarre. And also good to shout out to the UK. I love something about the UK. I do. It's something about it. I love the way they speak. Um, okay, what am I seeing now? Oh, I gotta switch. I love the way they speak, and they just have a simpler way of life, you know, than we do here in America. You can always tell the culture of a people by even the language they use, the way they say stuff gives you a worldview, how they are in their existence. I like the UK. I do. I don't like the weather. Every time I see anything from the UK, it's overcast and cloudy and rainy and ugh, that I don't love. I see Ajane's comment from part one, but she does. I don't know if she knows I'm on live right now. Part two. Let me text her. I'm back on again live right now. I took a break, so I'm back on for part two. Atlanta, day free. I lived in Atlanta. I loved Atlanta, and Atlanta loved me. Um, I loved Atlanta. It's a beautiful city, and when I lived there, what's up, Ajane? And when I lived there, I um I didn't have a car initially, and I love how the public transportation, like the train, lines up with the bus. You're not gonna miss your train. Yeah, I loved it. It was ease of getting around the city. The people were nice. I loved it.
New message is received from Ajane.
Yeah, You heard that, Ajane? Anyway, so if I had to recommend, I would say Atlanta. Um, I don't know if I could really even say up. I don't know if I could say. Well, Buffalo is a good one also for black folks. Upstate New York, Buffalo. Maryland is a good state. You know what I mean? Like I lived in Maryland, I had no problems. I didn't have no problems in Maryland. I loved Maryland. I love that whole DC, Maryland, Virginia thing. You know, like you could go have dinner in Virginia and then be out in Maryland, and oh my God, I'm gonna be in DC. I mean, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I used to love to go on Sundays in DC. I forget what street it's on now. I feel like I don't know what street. But they have Malcolm X Park. And Malcolm X Park on Sundays, they have the drummers. Brothers just go up there with their drums. You could go up there with anything and be beating on it, and the sound is amazing. It goes through your soul. The sisters will come up there and do the African dances. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like it sings to my soul. I can't even explain it to you. I can't put it in words for you. It's beautiful, man. So I would suggest. So, where do you stay at Day Free? And yes, I told you I'm for segregation. I'm for segregation again. Damn it. Are you in NYC? What part of NYC? You in like New York, New York, like Manhattan, all that? Uh, I heard it. I know. I know, today. Had to beat her ass though. Had to beat her ass. You in Brooklyn? You supposed to be good. I mean, I know it's a lot of gentrification going on in Brooklyn though. Well, I will say this: degrees aren't everything they're cracked up to be. I have a degree also, you know, and I kicked myself because before I ever opened my own business, I'm like, why didn't you do this before? I, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I got my business degree. I can get a job anywhere. A job. It didn't hit me. You can start a business. You see, but when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. But that's why we have to tell our children, you go to school. We don't care if they don't pass the stuff that don't matter. They're not going to be using algebra and calculus. They're not. And we need to be inspiring more lawyers who can become prosecutors, who can become district attorneys, who don't step to the mic and say, we've had very spirited conversation with them and we are doing, fuck her. We need black folks that will be like me who step to the mic and say, this is some bullshit in that language. This is some bullshit. We're sick of it. We are arresting this bitch for murder today. I'm the district attorney. I intend on charging her for first-degree murder with special circumstances, because based on the fact that the doors in these apartments slammed shut, there's an extenuating circumstance. There was a breaking and entry in order to gain access to the unit. So special circumstances, I'll be seeking the death penalty. Who has fucking questions in this bitch? That's what I would say. Wallahi. Yes, Marcus, the struggle is real. At all levels. At all levels. So we need to start telling our children, we want you to go to school so that you can get your credential just to get out. And your little ass is going into law. Because guess what? There's no math in law, everybody. You go 4 years of law school, no math. You'll never be confronted with math. Not going to happen. Other than math that you just need to do on your own to maybe just figure some shit out. Just like, I don't know. But there's no math. There's no math. We need to put more lawyers out on the street that look, breathe, and talk like us. You understand? We need them pursuing careers in institutions in the society where they are our mole on the inside. Who do we have placed? So in this case, once we learned of this case, we should say, who do we have in Texas? Oh, we got Renee Hall as our police chief. And Faith, bitch ass, whatever her name is our district attorney. Oh, we good, everybody. We good. We got 2 sisters down there. We got 2 strong queens down there. They're going to handle this. We good. We good. Go and plan your day and do what you got to do. They will handle it. You see? But we have 2 Christian bitches down there is what we have. Who are in those positions in their own personal gain. What's up, Mitch? They're there for their own personal gain and to look cute. That's it. And that district attorney is definitely on heroin. Come on. Only people that have all those fucking teeth missing is that I've ever known is people on heroin. She's on heroin. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, Mitch, how many black people are in there. Because I suggest that, Botham was in a high income earning bracket. He was an accountant they named where he worked at. It's some high up. Like he's probably 6 figures. But, so that would immediately set him aside from a lot of African folks. So the demographic is probably not highly black, but it is Texas. So, in that area, you have a lot of upwardly mobile African people, like you do in Atlanta. Atlanta is a very impressive city. It's, I hope it hasn't changed since I was there. I guess it has, because after I lived there, then it became like the gay mecca and like everything's supposed to be gay. But I don't really think that, because I think wherever you are, that exists. So it's just wherever you at. If you ain't among that, you just not among that. Yeah, Mitch, I did. In fact, I'm going to go over so that I can look at some of you guys' comments on that video. I might go to sleep on y'all. Don't provoke. So I said I will straight snooze out on you. And I'm in my bed. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm saying, don't do that. I'm saying, you messing with something. Is to tell my fiance that was kind of our little prelude to the nasty. You know, you start doing certain things. I'm like, you don't want to do that. So I'm saying, don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm saying that's suicide. That's unlove for self. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Um, yeah, because like I say, that video, just that. Well, the documentary video is over 1,500 views there. And then, which I'm so pleased, you put out a 3.5 hour video and 1,500 people have watched it. Well, more than 1,500 people, and climbing. So that's very encouraging. And then there's over 1,000 on the one where I put out expressing that the bitch is not going to serve any time. So just the response is why I'm doing these live streams, because I just thought we need to do a live stream on this. We need to talk about this. But you guys are getting in the chat room, and your comments are not really giving me anything to expound upon so much. You know, that's what I want you to do. I want you to put those types, but I don't want to influence you. I want you to be authentic. So, I digress, but I'm just saying. Let me get you some of your comments though in that video or in general. And then people were typing long comments, which I appreciated, So that also was another reason why I'm doing this right now, because it wasn't just like little one-liners. People were really had stuff to say. Yeah, Mitch, I see your comment here. Her vest was found in his apartment. Well, they didn't. They said a vest that had police markings on it. That was the language, and I questioned it. But you said meaning she is a security officer and has a master key to all the apartments, which somebody else mentioned that earlier in the other stream. I'm not aware of her having I don't know this, and I've heard the attorney say it. I've heard anybody say that. Took off her vest, her weave fell out, and so now Botham has damaged evidence on the beast, damaging evidence, who has been harassing him. He has something of hers, and that's why she banged to let her in. Botham was murdered to cover up her drug use. I bet she's on coke. The bitch is on crystal meth. I said it. But I love your theory there. It's cogent. All we need is some evidence saying that she was a security officer in the building. If we get that, then you're ready to write your book. I hear it. I'm not ready to fully receive it as earlier when we were in the other live stream. I rejected it because I just said, well, we don't have that. I think it was Lightbearer that said, Jedi, it's in the new. Well, show me something. Somebody's got to show me something. Something, because I'm willing to explore that. But I always tell you, and it's a consistent thing with me in my life, I got to have evidence. Everything in life. You gotta have proof and evidence. Uh, do I have a moderator? Who did I make moderator earlier? I can't remember. Who wants to be a moderator? Because I'm concerned about this Jesus Christ person. You know what? I'm blocking you anyway because how dare you take the name of our sacred prophet? Jesus Christ. I got your Jesus Christ, homie, and I look like him. I just Jesus Christ your ass right out the situation. You are blocked. All right. No, and that's a good point, Chigs, because I have been a property manager, and of course I would have access to units. But the law is very specific in all states about landlords entering tenants' apartments. You can't do it unless it's an absolute emergency, either for the property or the life of the tenant. You don't just go into fucking people's apartments. You can't do that. You might want to, but you don't. No, Mitch, I think that cheapens your argument. I think your first argument is strong and cogent. Like I say, all we need is just something that verifies that in fact she was a security officer, like moonlighting in addition to her police job or something like that. You know, we don't need to go with she forgot her gear. You know, I think you have enough in your previous argument. Like that would be enough. If I'm the lawyer, that's enough to take before a jury. Done. MW, the family has been on code. The mother, she's been on code so far. I did hear somebody try and say she forgave the fucking lying whore, but I don't think she would ever forgive the praying mantis because she's already called her the devil. You're not forgiving somebody after you call them the devil. You're not doing that. Now, they are Christian. I will say this. If I hear about later down the road she forgives, I'm done with this case. I have to be done. Yeah, Ajane, that's what I was saying. You know, they go right into protection mode. We disperse. Everybody wants to be a fucking individual. That's why we have to be in a position to get rid of those people trying to be individuals. Get rid of their ass. You understand what I'm saying? And have only those people that are on fucking code. You don't have to agree with it. You just agree with the shit with us, goddammit, on principle and in public. Loyalty. Yeah, you know, like even my Nigerian brother, I'm trying to get him to understand, him and his family. Y'all know what y'all dealing with. Y'all need to definitely get with us and understand what you're dealing with, because we know. We know and we're clear. But I do believe that a lot of our brothers that come here with the Christian vomit, and it's wow. They think that Jesus is with them. And they're automatically picturing some white dude with blonde fucking hair in a robe and shit. Jesus is with me. Like, bitch, Jesus is not with your ass. He don't give a fuck about you. You can set your ass down on a couch and lean. Shout out to Sharon Terrell. My landlords will ask for access to enter the apartment for inspection. And they have to give you at least a 24-hour notice, Sharon. If given consent, they do have a master key. I think the lying whore got these keys from management. Listen, I don't think that. And I'll say this. Let us go back. Let us remember that one of the versions of her many lies is she was confronted at the door. If you're beating on the door, that means you don't have a key to get in. And the person on the other side knows you're there. You're saying, let me in. I believe he snatched that door open and said, what the fuck you want, white bitch? And she shot him. You see? Because maybe the music. Or his walking around. Whatever. Daryl, you need to have a very long talk with your brother and tell him I said, if he's a cop and he's not there on behalf of his people, he needs to die. I said it. If he's a standalone to get along and all that shit, I got no respect for him. Love you, Daryl. Kai, what's up, my brother? I even saw an animated. What was I on? I saw animated drawing of somebody that looked like you, brother. I was like, that looks like Emmett Kai. Let me find out. What did you say? Wouldn't someone have known when they keyed themselves to the wrong floor? I don't understand the question. When they keyed themselves? Yeah, she told 10 different stories, Sharon. The bitch is a liar. Kai, thank you for your loving contribution to send your brother out this bitch to Africa. I love you. Man, thank you. Thank you so much. And you're right, you know, and that's why I've said to my people, like, don't let the fact, like, just because you like, I don't want the Jedi to go, don't let that be the reason you don't give to the GoFundMe, you guys. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You know, I can respect you if you just don't have it. Fine. You know, but everybody's got 4 quarters laying someplace. God damn it. I don't care how broke you are. And like my grandmom used to always say, make sure you keep car fare to get home. I love her. Make sure you at least got car fare. You know, that's what they called it, car fare. And I'm putting this link for this GoFundMe back in this chat, everybody. I don't want you to ignore it. If you got 4 quarters, I want you to go to this GoFundMe and put something on Africa. Set me free from this bitch. Set me free. Set me free. Set me free. And like I say, I'm not going to nobody else but my people. I don't need to. Ever in life for anything. Damn it. All of us. And you should know that too. If we can't depend on us, god damn it, we can't depend on shit in life. Period. I've always believed in us. You understand? I go back to 2014 when I had probably 6 subscribers. And I had devils saying to me, well, your channel's never going to grow because you alienate white people. Bitch. I ignored that. I continued to speak against they ass and their evil. I depended on my damn people, and I went to 19,000 subscribers and over 4 million views on that fucking channel. Don't fuck with me. Understand? I know that my people have the capacity to do anything. It's just getting you to do it. You see? When we're strong, we're strong. Wow. You know, when Farrakhan called that Million Man March, people outside of our community, 1 million people, he thinks he just called 1 million people, he thinks he could just, and over nearly 2 million of our bitch asses showed up. Do you understand? When we're strong, we're strong. Yes, we can raise $10,000 to send the Jedi to goddamn it Africa. Yes, damn it, we can. You understand? So if you got 4 quarters, if you got $4, if you got $400, whatever you got, whatever station, financial station God has put you in, pull from that. That's what I'm asking everybody. The link is in the chat now. I'll do it again. You can give whatever you can to make this journey possible for me in 2020. And somebody asked me, you know, I sense your nephew might be going with you. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the comments? Yeah, the black cops can be worse than the white ones. We saw that just a few months ago. It was a video from inside the police station, and they beat up the guy, and it was a black cop, and it just, so that's why I said, anybody that wears that fucking uniform is a white devil. I don't care if they're Latino or black, they're a white devil. They are. What, Kai? They're the worst. I love that, Kai. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Once I'm in that bitch, my mission in life is to pull my people. Pull my people. Because I know me. I know me. I know me. And I know that I will make it so irresistible for you. Because I'm just going to tell you the truth. People that go there, they're just not me. They're not me. They just, and God love them. They're just not me. They're not me. They're not me. CJ, you was probably one of them sisters along the side, handing us lunches and water. Are you talking about the first one? That's the one I'm talking about. It was so beautiful, y'all. I'm not gonna cry because I thought about that at the end of one of my videos. Because I mentioned the Million Man March, and I was like, and the sisters was out there, and they was lying in the street, and they was giving us lunches, and they was giving us food, they was giving us water. Oh man, it was beautiful, y'all. It was a beautiful day, and you had to be there. Like you had to be there. You had to be there. You're not gonna feel it to see it. Pictures, video, don't matter. There was so much love that was there. The energy that flowed between the brothers was a oneness. It's like we have in Islam. But this was all black. And you saw Crips and Bloods together. Together. On that national mall. I saw this with my own eyes. And the love. Because there was so many of us out there, if you step on somebody's foot, before you even say, excuse me or my bad, they was already forgiving you. It was nothing. You know, the love was unreal. The intimacy between the brothers was something that I wish we could hold and keep. It was love and it was intimacy. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay, James, shout out to you, but again, that's a hearsay. I'm not dealing in that because see, that's how rumors get started. And people start discussing a rumor. There's no evidence of him being tased. No evidence that's been, and also make sure that you're watching any and all interviews of the attorney for the family. Because he's still saying there's no relationship between them, that they did not know each other. But this tasing just didn't happen. Didn't happen. I proclaim. Didn't happen. Do I think she was under mind control? No. I think she was pissed. And I think that what we learned in the documentary that I did, when they said they wanted to confirm whether or not was the language, confirm whether or not she went to her apartment. That means there was some finding, some knowledge. Because it didn't say we want to determine whether or not, determine whether or not. It was we want to confirm. That means there is a finding that needs to be confirmed. You understand? So, if she went to her apartment, again, I'm sticking with my analysis, that she came home after a 12 to 15 hour shift. There had been previous calls, even one that day, because we know Botham got a call from the office about his music. or noise or whatever. I say the bitch got home at 10 o'clock that night. We know it's 10 o'clock. She went into her apartment. There was more noise. And I know me, I have noise sensitivity. Like, I can go from total calm and serenity and kiss the flowers and love the birds to kill a bitch now when I hear noise. Like somebody else is bumping or something. I cannot. I turn into a monster. And so that could have happened to her. There's previous history of there being a problem with the noise. She gets home 10 o'clock at night. It's the last straw. She'll show him. She marches her praying mantis ass up to his floor. She drives her car up there maybe after the shooting, or maybe she premeditated it. She leaves her apartment, goes and drives up there so she can say she came to the wrong apartment. It was definitely a hastily put together thing, but it was definitely planned. Yeah, no tasing. Never heard that. Oh, 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 billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Uh, so I think that, uh, with the shifting and moving of her, listen, everybody, as the attorney stated so eloquently, first of all, manslaughter, and we went over the arrest warrant. I told you it was some bullshit. So, manslaughter and murder. But you see, it's already murder because, as the attorney pointed out, whatever happened, whatever else happened that may have been reckless, because you can do reckless and have it be manslaughter. You just go, oh, I'm playing pinata, but we're doing it with a gun, and I spin around and I shoot the gun and it hits an old lady over there. That's manslaughter. But it can also be murder. Because you could argue manslaughter because it was random. It was reckless because who spins around a gun and I'm going to hit a pinata? So it was reckless, but it was manslaughter because you didn't mean to shoot that old lady. You didn't aim at her. That could be manslaughter all day long. She aimed at Botham, knowing this is a deliberate act. If I pull this trigger, it's going to hurt him. That, under the law, is murder all fucking day long. If you're not this praying mantis, you're in jail right now for murder 1. Period. So she's being given special treatment, and I don't appreciate the shit. Oh, 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 Alhamdulillah. I want to shout out Coyote Prophet for your donation to the GoFundMe. Thank you, brother. I love you. Barbecue Becky, even though that name has killed the fuck out of me. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate you. God bless you. I'm that much closer to Africa. Thank you. The rest of you all, do what you can, everybody. I need you. The link is in the chat. I hate people that can yawn and their eyes don't tear. I yawn, my eyes tear, and I'm crying, damn near. It's like these people that cry and their eyes don't turn red. Are they evil? They must be evil. They're evil. They're evil. They're evil. They must be evil. Wait, where was I? Do you think she was under mind control? Was I just answering that? No, I think she was under mind control. I think she's a racist fucking bitch. She lives in Texas and she's a white whore. Of course she's racist. You know? And Botham makes more money than her. Probably drove a better car and everything. I don't know, Sharon. Again, that's hearsay to me. I take it, you're saying it, but I haven't heard that. There was somebody else smoking weed and there was no 911 call. I don't know any of that. That's not known. It's not out in the public arena. And we have to be careful, everybody, because there's a lot of information going on around right now. And that was the other reason why I did the documentary, because I know that there's this type of stuff. One of my goals in that was to try and nail down what is known, what happened, where are we at now. I believe they have subpoenaed her social media, Becky. We know of some of the memes and stuff that she's done already. You see, and that will also establish that will also go to murder as well. Especially if there's any negative, because you could show anything where she had any negative feeling towards African people, which we know she does because she's a fucking pixie. And certainly if there's any nexus that can be drawn between her and knowing Botham. Okay, I didn't hear about no book bag with police paperwork in it, Carlos. Shout out to you. We've heard of a vest that had police markings on it, was the language. Language is important, everybody. Now, Jamal James, shout out to you. Even your back is to all humanity. That's true. He says parking structures are always, equipped with surveillance cameras. Yeah, there's definitely video evidence somewhere that we just haven't seen yet. Well, she had days to fucking delete her social media because nobody nobody was able to arrest her. I can't arrest her. Ooh, you arrest her. No, I don't have the power. I can't get a judge. I can't. She had time to fucking dismantle her fucking crystal meth lab, delete her social media, do whatever she wanted to do. Sharon, you're killing me. Don't bring me more hearsay. Now the vest was over his head. I can't. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want any hearsay. If you're not going to put any links, then don't tell me about it. Because I don't do that here on my channel in general. Like, I don't deal in hearsay. Even when I do my videos, I don't bring you some shit that I pull out of my ass. If I don't know something, I'll let you know that that's different than what I'm presenting. I go, this is what I think, but this is what is known. You understand? Nah, we're not doing that. Well, Ajay, I would just say this. My father's no longer here anymore to do that to me. And I would love for my phone to ring and my father is on the other end. So if that helps. And it would be no problem with me because me and my dad, we would kill a phone. Kill it off. Kill it. We have to be on a landline. Because we just will talk. You know. And it's not a dull moment. Chigs is saying if you Google Amber Geiger, I had to say her fucking name, racist Pinterest, if you Google that. Well, I will. Let's bring you guys in on this. This is St. Lucia News, everybody. This is our people reporting, so we're more inclined to believe it. Short-tempered murdering whore shared posts likening Colin Kaepernick to cancer and memes saying people who were ungrateful who were ungrateful she didn't kill them. I told you, when I saw this bitch's face, I knew she's a pixie and a fucking praying mantis. I know it. I know it. I know it. It's written. It's so clear I could see it. So, let us look at this. The lawyer for the family of Botham, who was murdered by this lying racist whore, says he believes she is a racist and said he understands the praying mantis was sober when she murdered Botham. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Daily Mail, which is from the UK, shout out to Chigs, because the Daily Mail always has everything. Like, they have it. Speaking in an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, Esley Merith, that's the brother, and I'm watching him close too. And I read things from his energy. You know, he's from a two-parent home. He's meek. You know, a very kind brother. But in this case, I need you to have more I can't stand your ass about you. You know, like, you need that energy. So the bitch was sober. I say she was on crystal meth. I said it. Speaking in an exclusive interview, Lee Merritt says he is no closer to figuring out a definitive motive, but believes the lying racist whore has lied repeatedly in her statements to police. He also rubbished the idea of the cop. This is so British. He also rubbished the idea of the cop and Botham had a previous relationship. Well, I wouldn't say it's completely rubbish, because even though this praying mantis is 30 years old, that's not much older than Botham. And oh, by the way, my fiance was 10 years older than your boy. I understand that. I can tame it. But so I wouldn't rubbish that so much, you know. And she don't look like she's 30, and it just, I could see it happening, you know. Especially knowing also white bitches. I don't know if both of them drank alcohol or not, but whether he did or didn't, I know that when white bitches get a little bit of alcohol in them, they get real frisky. You know, we've seen it. We've seen it. They get real frisky. They turn into pop-up lesbians and shit. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. And then they start kissing and shit, and I'm going to vomit talking about it. So he can't find any definitive motive that he believes the bitch lied repeatedly in her statements. And he rubbished that there was a previous relationship, saying call and text records as well as interviews with both sets of friends and their differing lifestyles make that impossible. Okay, I object to this word impossible. Like there was a time when he could have lived above her. That would have been impossible. But he does live above her. So let us be careful of the language. Because who's saying this? Because listen to the language. He also rubbished the idea that they had a previous relationship. Saying, but it's not in quotes, saying call and text records, but this is not in quotations. Saying call and text records as well as interviews with both sets of friends and their different lifestyles make that impossible. There wasn't anything that much different about their lifestyles. He was a professional and so was she. They lived in the same building. I say y'all got pretty much the same lifestyle. If you live in the same fucking building as me, if I can afford this bitch and you can too, we must be doing some of the same thing. Understand that. But he did not point to her new detailed social media presence. Now, but he did not point to her now deleted. I'm already in bed. I need to just go to sleep. But he did not. But he did point to her now deleted social media presence, noting posts linking Colin Kaepernick to cancer and others that highlighted her short temper and claims she wears an all-black uniform so that she's always ready for a funeral. Well, then we need to give the bitch a funeral. Quote, I can't come up with a theory that works, end quote, Merritt told Daily Mail. So you see what I'm saying? Up here he didn't say this. There's no quotation anywhere in this damn paragraph. No quotation. You're printing this. If somebody says something, you got to put a quotation. If they didn't say it, they can sue you if you put a quotation for something they didn't say. That's absolutely slanderous and actionable, and you'll win in any court of law. As soon as you show a quotation, that's all. It's a short case. It goes like that. Show me the quotation. Didn't see it. Judgment for the plaintiff. Now, down here, quote. I always tell you, notice in front of you, everybody. This is how you discern information and not go with rumors and skeptic shit. Quote. I can't come up with a theory that works. End quote. Merritt told DailyMail.com. Quote. I know that the statements she offered are a fucking lie. And I know she's a lying whore because either she did something more sinister or the way she did what she did by accident was so negligent she felt she had to come up with another story. And on there's just a typo. They forgot to end the quotation. But they open another quote, there's aspects of her story that just could not have happened. And frankly, the bitch is lying, and she have changed them significantly in less than a week. So I know that she's not telling the truth and that she's a lying whore who needs to die. I just don't know why. End quote. You see, close quotes. He said that. He told the Daily Mail he had initially assumed she was a drunken white bitch, but said conversations with those who heard what happened contradicted that theory. The attorney said, quote, that seemed to be the only thing that made any sense, and it would almost make Amber, the lying whore, less blameworthy if she was drunk, because drinking affects your logical reasoning. It affects your ability to perceive. So it would still be tragic, and it would still be criminal, but it would be at least less blameworthy. But I'm going to stop and say this. It wouldn't have worked if she had said she was intoxicated, because the bitch just did 12 to 15 hours. You went right home. When did you get the alcohol? And when did you have time to get inebriated? You see, that would be out. I would strike that down. Now, quote, however, because they're continuing, however, from everything I've been able to find, everyone that I talked to was convinced that this lying bitch was not under the influence of alcohol at all. That in fact it was fucking crystal meth, as the Jedi said. And that she was sober, end quote. This is one of her memes. People are so ungrateful. No one ever thanks me for having the patience not to kill them. That's her bitch ass. Although lying her social media accounts have now been deleted, some of the memes she shared have been widely circulated on Instagram, including some questionable items from her Pinterest account. The lying whore shot Botham, her upstairs neighbor, on September 6th after she claimed mistakenly arriving at his apartment in Dallas, Southside Flats at 9:59 p.m., even though it was a bright-ass red rug. On Sunday, the apartment complex informed residents via email that the whore had vacated her apartment and taken her meth lab with her and no longer resided at our community. In a sworn affidavit used as the basis for her arrest warrant, the 30-year-old praying mantis said she had parked on the wrong floor and made her way to what she believed was the apartment and found the door slightly ajar. Just a second. In a sworn affidavit used as the basis for her arrest warrant, which was only her story. And I already told you that a warrant is voidable because the bitch turned herself in. And we know the door was not ajar. Damn it. She said it opened after she forcefully inserted her key into the lock, after which she noticed a dark silhouette. It had to be dark. But if it was already black and there was no lighting, how do you know if the silhouette was dark or not? Because everything was dark according to you, you lying fucking whore. Huh? Would a white silhouette have stood out? Look, I'm a white ghost silhouette floating. Look, shoot me. Huh? A dark silhouette. That's so that when white grand jurists read that, they will know that was a black man. A large black man. Because, we have to be large and black. I think Tamir Rice became even large and black before it was all over. She said it open and I'm over it. The lying whore said she believed she was being burglarized. And because as soon as she saw a large black man, it must be burglary. Being burglarized and issued a series of commands. She's done everything wrong up to this point, but suddenly you're back in motherfucking G.I. Joe mode. You can deliver commands. And of course, some white devil will come along and say, well, that was her police training. You just never lose that. Fuck you, bitch. Well, your training would have had you go to the wrong fucking apartment. How about that? You would have been that precise. She believed she was being burglarized and issued a series of commands. Nobody answers fuck commands in their house, which were ignored. Because remember, they have to be ignored. Not like nobody would answer a command in their house. Well, they were ignored. After which she opened fire. But never does she say this large silhouette was charging at me. This is why it's murder, bitch. She doesn't say it. I saw a large figure that lunged at me. It came at me. It shot at me. It did something at me. I saw it and I shot it. Nah, that's murder. Because it was a purposeful act. You saw it. You perceived the danger. You weren't in danger. You could have left. You could have done a million other things. You chose a purposeful act that ended the life of a person, a human being. That under the law is murder. Fuck this bitch. You see? But when she's found not guilty, nobody will burn the courthouse down. Nobody will do that. Nobody will find out the numbers and identities of grand jurors and jurors. So why are we here, everybody? I'm sorry. What happened? Hitting him in the chest. But since we were here to read memes. We already know the case. I wear all black to remind you not to mess with me because I'm always dressed for a funeral. You see, this bitch should get a letter saying, bitch, we've dug a grave. We're ready for your funeral. You know what I'm saying? And a picture of an open grave ready. And in the bottom it says, the bitch lies here. I'm ready. Yeah, I got me a gun, a shovel, and gloves. If I were you, back the fuck up and get out of my fucking... Probably, I don't know what the fuck she's saying. And get out of my fucking ass, probably. I don't need to read that. Is there another meme? I'll read this first sentence, see what it's saying. I almost in the sense, I want justice for the family thinking, just for the family. Think bringing forward the affidavit was a mistake by the cops because it nails her into a story that is demonstrably false. Yeah. But while he has not come up with a plausible motive for the lying whore's action, he told Daily Mail that he does believe her to be a fucking racist devil-ass bitch. Excellent. 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 All right, let me go back to your chat. Oh, oh, oh. I don't think I shouted out James Deek. I might have called you a different name because I remember this comment. Because I was like, no, she didn't tase nobody. Like, stop that. So James Deek, shout out. Yeah, so I declare the bitch is not going to jail. They put that fix in. I think their hardest hump to come over was to put the DA out there and have her act like she's talking tough. But she did that while the family was standing right there next to her toothless ass. Do you understand me? And as I said to you, for those of you who actually went and watched that 30-minute press conference, if you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. But you saw how she was saying, and we're bringing all the evidence and all the evidence as if it's the fucking Challenger disaster. What evidence, bitch? What? As if there's this mountain of evidence that has to be combed through, and all these witnesses. There was 1,000 witnesses when the Hindenburg crashed, and we have to speak to all of them. Come on. Yeah. Think of that, everybody. That's the other thing that hurt me about this case. Like, I have a very busy life, and when I come home, my home is my inner sanctum. If a phone rings, I don't want to answer it. I act like I don't hear it. Half the time, most of the time, I'm in my drawers. Even when y'all see me on camera, a lot of times I'm just dressed from the top down so y'all can see me. If I want to be in this bitch naked, I can be. It's freedom. You understand? It's freedom. It's freedom. It's my fortress of solitude. It gives me long periods of time with myself to study and learn, and just be with myself, to even know my own respiration, my own blood rate, whatever I want to know about myself. And to have someone to just come into what is your ultimate place of safety and privacy, and to ambush you, I proclaim. Because he didn't die instantly. He knew he was dying. He was in terror. And then he saw the angel of death. He saw the angel of death. That's when you see it. Go watch the video I did on what happens when you die. We know the whole process. We know. But in that moment before he sees the angel, he understands the injustice that's just been done to him. Because we have the quote, if it's accurate, why did you do that? And as I explained that language in the documentary, I broke that down for you. That's personal. That's familiar. Why did you do that? When white people are ambushed, they ask the dumbest fucking questions. They goddamn it do. They ask shit nobody's gonna answer. I'm over it. But black folks don't do that. Black folks don't do that. Black folks don't do that. Don't do that. So when he said, why did you do that? He was talking to this bitch, and they were familiar with each other. The attorney just hasn't caught up, I proclaim. Maybe I need to talk to him. Yeah, James, she should be executed, and she should be executed by us. By us. When you wrongly murder African people, you should be turned over to us, and we deal with you. That should be a policy due to our unique history and current state of affairs in this nation. Unique. 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 It's important to use that language. That's how you get shit from the law. Unique. And so we should be sovereign, and we should be able to have people turned over to us. Turn the bitch over to us. You understand? Now, we can't torture her because that's against Islam. And Allah says that torture is worse than murder. So she's not allowed to suffer. But we would definitely make her death quick and swift. The bitch would be over. You understand? But we can't just focus on her, because it's not just her. It's the district attorney. It's the fucking chief. It's the entire precinct. The entire policemen's union. It's all of their ass. You understand? All of them are the enemy of our people. All of them. All of them. Every single one. What do I do with the comments? Oh my God, I cannot. So, at least now I'm laying down. I don't have the ear issue going on. But I'm yawning. Oh my God, I cannot. How long have I been on here? Alright, we're going to go to an hour 30, you guys. We got about 10 more minutes. We'll do about 10 more minutes, and we'll be over. Chigs, I see a message from you that was restricted. I didn't restrict any message from you. I don't know why it's restricted. Some message of yours was restricted. Did you do that? I don't know. I didn't do anything on my end. Oh my God, I can't stop yawning. Oh my God, I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. At least you proofread your stuff. I'm trying to get all my people to do that. Everyday peoples, I'm very tired. There's another labor of love. and keeping my word, because I said I would. So I'm doing these last 10 minutes and then I'm out. Yeah, I'm beat. And I realized I didn't have a real schedule for today, so that's why I committed for today. But this is when I love to just be like no light, except for maybe the TV, have the blinds closed and the drapes. And that's my magic world right there. It's magic. It's magic. You see what I'm saying? Even if I had me a wife at this point, that would just be where I really don't want to conversate with you. We just hold and cuddle, and one of us gets up every once again and go replenishes whatever snack or food or drink we're going to have. And it's just kind of an unspoken communication. Let's just float. Let's float. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got the smash out the way earlier or something, or maybe the night before, but this is the magic now. Just magic. Just lay. Just be. Just be. Just be. Just be. Just be. You know? Because that's the time when your soul replenishes itself. That's when your thoughts can settle. That's when you have revelation. It only comes in silence, everybody. It only comes in silence. You can't get it no other way. You don't get it no other way. That documentary that I did on this story, most of that is done in the wee hours of the morning. The earth is silent. I've rested already. My soul is silent. I'm ready now. I'm ready. So even when I'm going through that timeline, I'm able to draw on my knowledge more. Draw on my common sense, my knowledge of law and things like that. I can draw the pieces together better, you know, in order to discover the truth of what's there. What's there? But it happens in the magic hour. It happens in the magic hour. It happens in the magic hour. All knowledge comes in silence. There's a language expert named Peter Hyatt who would agree with you, Jedi, if Botham did indeed say, "Why did you do that?" There would be no doubt that he knew her. Thank you, Chigs. And I'm not a language expert, but I am a language expert because for a very long time in my life, because I'm a good listener and a good hearer. Both are not the same thing. Listening and hearing is not the same thing. So you have to apply both. And when you listen down and hear down, that other register, when you're in orchestra, you're not the only instrument. When you're in band, if you're on the field, you don't have to be singing in orchestra. You could be out on the marching field, marching. You're listening around you to the other voices, to where your pitch and tone needs to come up and your volume needs to come up in order to match and be where it needs to be based on the acoustics of the stadium and all those things. A lot going on. But you have to know those things, so when you know when to project and when to fall back, etc., etc. It's the same thing when you're reading or watching or hearing something. Wait, what did they say? Go back. What did they just say? You see, if you're just looking at something as an entertainment piece, you're going to miss all the parts. But the truth is always discoverable. So even with that, why did you do that? That stuck out to me. It said to me, that's familiar. It's inconsistent with somebody being a stranger. Why did you do that? Because there's a betrayal almost. I know you. Why did you do that? Your kid, you're looking right at them. You just poured them some juice. They're looking right at you and they dump it on the floor while looking at you. After you punch them, you go, why'd you do that? Okay, maybe you punched them after that, but you definitely punched them. I love threatening little kids. I love it. I love that. Because usually just the threat is all you need. So I'm saying, if you know how to threaten them, you don't really need to do too much else. So I just threaten their little ass. To have them thinking I'm about to do something. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. Wait, I keep going way past it a lot. Okay, Chigs, peace out. Right, Ajane. You know, again, we put our own selves in the situation. But then Library brings another thing saying in police uniform, she says, yes, I would ask why. Yeah, because there would be a fear factor there. Because you're in uniform. That would also be a why would you do that? I could see a scenario for that. I've seen that. Because I've yelled at the screen going, because they're fucking the devil and they don't give a fuck about you. Why would you ask them why would they do that? Of course they would do that. So there's, yeah. Yeah. But the door was not ajar. Damn it. No, it wasn't. That we know for sure. I think we all hold police to standards regardless, because we don't think them all evil. They are all evil. I don't hold them to any standard. I don't. I don't give a fuck what their standard is. Like, I don't like them. I wish them all dead. But if they can't be dead, then just don't fucking come near African people. Like, we don't need to interact with you at all. We just don't need to. Yeah, and then we go back, like Ajane is saying, you're disoriented when you're shot. Uh, I think he would recognize the face instead of the uniform. That's true. And again, they're neighbors. So forget if they had sex or they hung out. You see people that go in and out your damn building. I want to know how long did he live there and how long did she live there. That would also be very telling for us to gauge how much interaction they could have had, you see. Shout out to Bashir, I see you. Like, it was shocking that the dude that shot the two cops in Maryland after he rolled up in his house, they was like, okay, nothing to do here, because that's what's right. That's what's constitutional. You came in my house. I could have thrown a grenade at your ass. You come in my house, you're going to get a grenade. But they didn't prosecute at all. They're like, nothing to see here. And I frantically looked to that damn portion of that story to find out if the people that had shot if the dude that shot the cops was black or white. I had to know that. I had to know that. And when I seen the brother and his girls, I was like, okay. Okay, Marilyn. I see you. I see you, Marilyn. I see you. That's the way it's supposed to be. You don't get to just come to people's houses. And we've had situations. I mean, there's video that exists on YouTube now of police that came into some people's house and they were just terrorizing them the whole time they were in there. You know? And they were telling me, you need to have a warrant. And they just talking shit to the police. No, I'm yelling at the screen, blow they ass away. That's the last straw. The moment you let them start coming in your house, it's a wrap, everybody. This is one of the reasons why, even though this brother's not here to defend himself, you see what I'm saying? As a people, we have to determine what justice is in this case. Not them. We should be determining what is justice. But you won't do it. You won't do it. Because last time I checked, George Zimmerman's still partying. Last time I checked. If you're not going to do shit, you don't get shit. We always must understand that we're the ones who have to dictate the outcome for ourselves, whatever it is we wish to see. We have to dictate it. Wow. Unbelievable. And listen, this is an international story now. Like, the attorney gave an interview to the Daily Mail. It's international, bitches. So, you know, her moving out of the apartment, where you going? Where you going? Everybody know your ass. Your picture is being put up, flashed across the TV every 10 minutes. We know who you are. I would only disagree with the shock, Ajane, because of the memes that she put up. Remember, she's badass. She's badass, dude. She's fucking badass. People aren't grateful that I didn't kill them and all the other bullshit. She's whatever. I think she was a bloodthirsty bitch. That's what I think. And the fact that she's white, like I say, it's no problem for them to kill. they get more upset over the death of an animal, you know, and they cry as if the animal was like the savior of the world or something. But it's never the same when it's us. It's very easy for them to take black life. And she was pissed too. No problems. Jamal is saying that George Zimmerman is signing autographs for white people, white supremacists on Confederate flags and skillets, and white America looks on with a straight face. That's why I was saying about in my documentary, where are you? The alleged good white people, where are you? Where are you? You know, like, what the fuck? Do you exist or not? You don't. Because we don't see anything from them that's outrage and, you know, and oh my God, I can't. Okay, let me see what time it is, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm 7 minutes over. I'm going to land this plane. I want to say that I'm deeply grateful for everybody that showed up for both part 1 and 2. It was an unintentional 1 and 2, y'all. Now, who showed up for parts 1 and 2 of this stream. I'm deeply grateful. Make sure that you remember to thumbs up both parts 1 and 2 of the stream. That helps its searchability so that more people can be exposed to it. I think I've said all that I can say, you know. I will just say that if there's something else really significant, you know, it has to be really significant. Then you'll see another piece from me, you know. Thank you, Bashir. I appreciate it. And I hope you will go and put something on the GoFundMe for Africa. I'm putting the link again in the description. You know, if something really significant develops, I will do something, you know. I'm touched by this case. And as I am so many of them, most all of them, quite frankly, but some that just get you more than others. They just have something else. I feel him. Wow. Yeah, so if there's any if there's anything significant, you know, a development, a change or something that proves out something that we've said, you know, I'll do another piece. Meanwhile, I released a piece that you should go and see. And it is, I opened the video. There's this white guy who's clearly a right winger and a Christian, and he's all things white devil. But what we love about him, in spite of that, is that he is the perfect person to do what he did. Because he should be out calling somebody nigger and waving his Confederate flag and I'm a Christian. But there he is. He has read the Quran, has read it, the Kitab. And he has decided on 10 points that would be of value to bring to his viewers. And I love it. I love it. I opened the video with that. He wasn't supposed to be a part of anything. I didn't know he existed. And I saw that and I go, this has got to be first. And then I bring you some black people. I brought a sister as well that are sharing their stories. They're all short. None of them is over 3 or 4 minutes. But y'all know I have to talk. But they are taking you through why they became Muslim. And I'll be bringing more of those because I want you to be able to see yourself in somebody that I bring. Or maybe you're right at that point that they said they was at or something. Whatever the value is going to be, that's why I'm bringing that. Yeah, Anjane, you already know. That's my hardcore sister. If it's out there, she has seen it. I thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much. Well done to you for watching it. All of you who watched it, well done, well done, well done. All around, well done. You know? So I brought that. Then I also have a piece in the can already. You know, you don't like to throw airplanes like this, one after the other one. You know, you kind of throw an airplane and let it soar for a while. Well, let's let that one soar. Let's let it. And then you throw another one. Because I'm trying not to bog you down. I want to give you the best opportunity to be able to see the videos that I release, you know. So I try to tier them, if you will. So today is Saturday. Maybe that one gets released tomorrow. Or later today or something. Depends on the viewership on the other ones and stuff like that. You get to a certain point, you go, okay, well, all right, let's just go and release the other one. You know. But that one's very important. I've got another one in the can that I'm leading up to and haven't said it yet. And this one is, it's only a 5-minute clip, y'all. But y'all know if it's me talking over it, it will turn into 2 hours. And it did, almost. But it had to. Because so many nuanced things, the racism is coming out of this dude. He claims he's there to dispute the Hebrew Israelites claiming that the original Jews were black, etc. And I'm trying to show you how vicious racism can really be. Through this innocent looking dude, I'm pointing out that at the end of this, if you just watched it on your own, it would just be one thing. At the end of this, you're ready to take his head the fuck off his shoulders. Oh, yes. So that one's in the can. I forget what I'm going to call it. White man denying black Jews or something. I don't know. That's in the can. I also have a video in the can for my sister that I'm going to have to test release because sometimes stuff can be in Creative Commons under fair use and YouTube will try and come against you at the shit. I just won another dispute 2 days ago on my, I think it was my 9/11 video. No, maybe it was the Serena video. I don't remember. Damn it. But they put a copyright claim on my damn video. And I typed them saying, look, are y'all going to back us up or not? If shit is clearly in free use, and here's the link where you can go check that it's in there, and you're still going to allow people to put copyright claims, if they're even real, of course I had to add that part, then what the fuck is it all for? So they finally sent back a thing. They've released the copyright claim on your video and we're so sorry. Well, fuck you. So this is another one of those, but it's for my women because it's a social experiment. It's a quick video. There's a sister that we walk through Manhattan, New York, in just whatever shit y'all wear every day. And you see the fucking response she gets. It's vile. It's disgusting. It's some of everything. Niggas are following her even. She puts on a burqa and a hijab, walks that same route for 5 hours. Nothing but respect and honor. So I'm bringing you that to show you that in real time, you know. Hopefully that will have an effect on my women. The next time they walk out the house with their ass out, you know. No, Victoria, you guys keep that passion. You understand? That's exactly it. And anybody that's not, they are a problem. And if you can't rehabilitate them and get them passionate, then you get the hell away from them. And let them know that they're just lacking and that the times are too critical. No love lost. I just can't be around you. Sorry. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. So I look for those videos to be released over the next days, everybody. Like I say, I try and just send them out when I feel like it's the right time for you. And that's my intent, you know. Instead of just releasing a bunch of shit that you don't have time to watch everything you like. I'm just overwhelmed. Let me just pick one, you know. So, yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to do this. And if I see the need to do another one on this topic later, I will, because this is shifting and moving. And unfortunately, I fear that it will be for quite some time, because they're going to drag their ass. It could be a year before we get a fucking grand jury. Who knows? They play every game in the book, dude. Every game. I'm so sick of them. So sick of them. Their system, their way of life, everything about them, their food, every fucking thing. And as I said, also, you guys, I'm working on a documentary about GMO food. Actually, I had done the video. I think it was nearly 3 hours. But it was too much. Every word was fuck. Every word. And then something else and something else. It was just because I'm so furious in the video. Furious. Because there's nothing you can eat in this society that has not been touched by them. And in that, I'm also bringing you a full list, a complete list of every fucking thing in this bitch that has that shit in it. When the body yawns, that means you're not breathing deep enough. And that means you're tired, because when you have shallow breathing when you're asleep, you don't need as much oxygen. You don't need to be breathing deeply, you know. That's the one, Janae. You be right with me, girl. Let me find out you got a camera in my house. Let me find that out. Or that you're secretly activating the camera on my devices. Yes, it is bitter seed. Damn it. Yes. In fact, let me see if it's up in my tabs. No. I think I already put it in a different folder. Yeah, I did. I did. Oh. So I'm gonna land this plane, you guys. I love you guys all. I do pray. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's the only way I'm gonna get movement. Because this is too serious, you know. Um, I'm asking you to go to the link. This is the link in the description or in the chat. It's also in the description underneath the actual video. I put the link for the GoFundMe in the link. I'm asking my people from the depth of my soul to please donate to this cause, whatever you can. If you got 4 quarters, that's fine. But give something, everybody. This is my destiny and it's too important. You understand? It's too important. That's why I got to stay on it. Too important. I've got to continually ask, you know. So if you're in the chat, there's the link. You see it there. Please do something with it. And just give whatever you can. Just give whatever you can. Again, another shout out to everyone who has already given. I thank you guys for your kindness, or for your kind act and your selfless, just your selfless act, you know, and understanding the weight of what it is and why it is that I'm doing this. I thank you so much. And know that God will increase you in this life and the afterlife. You know, Allah says to mankind, fear not poverty for your charity. He's telling you, if you give to something that's righteous and you give freely from your heart, seeking nothing, then don't fear that because you gave, that then that's going to put you in jeopardy. He said he will always take care of you, you know. He will always take care of you. Lord knows I am quick to give my last. Quick to give my last. Anyway, your latest 2 videos I've already released for you, that are post Botham, if you will, and then there's these live streams now. But just know that I have those other videos that I was trying to preview for you. I have those lined up. They're completely produced and finished. They're ready to just upload to YouTube. And so I will pick the moment and time of my choosing to do that when I think it is the best time and when I think it would be most advantageous for you. So as I said, so it's not to overwhelm my audience. I do love and appreciate every single one of you who was able to participate in the stream. And I will see you soon. This is the Jedi.